Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna have a little bit of a different video. Today we're gonna react to some content that I found online as well towards the level 50 Kyurem Black. Someone uploaded a video towards it. Of course, going to link the original video down below as well as the channel of this. I don't know actually which language this is, but yeah, I'm gonna definitely link this below. But before that, we're gonna take a look a little bit about everything that happened towards this kind of topic, how good this Pokemon actually going to be. But yeah, we're gonna take a look at the gameplay later as well. I have not re-looked at this yet, but I'm kind of curious on how strong this Pokemon is. If you didn't know, Niantic messed up, I think like around 2 days ago at like, for me, 3:30 AM. I tried also to still get a Kyurem as well, but yeah, Kyurem Black as well as Kyurem White was both available from Go Battle League encounters for whatever reason for just a short amount of time. And yeah, it was very late at night, it was only available for like half an hour or something like this, but a lot of people actually were able to get this one. I got a Phalanx instead, so thanks for that, Niantic. But definitely interesting to see why this happened and how this happened. I have no idea. Are they preparing something for like an upcoming season towards this Pokemon? This basically happened as soon as, I think in New Zealand, the new, like the community day was starting, like the great community day there for December, where like all Pokemon were available. For whatever reason, they put Kyurem Black and Kyurem White into Go Battle League encounters, and so people were able to get them. And here's actually what Niantic says towards it themselves. We are experiencing issues with Kyurem Black and Kyurem White being rewarded in Go Battle League. They're fixed it now, but yeah, those Pokemon are no longer available. But the interesting thing about this is they're looking into the root cause and like the next steps towards it. They update us here, but they haven't got rid of the Pokemon itself from the players that got them at the time. And they haven't banned the Pokemon in Go Battle League, which I find very interesting. Like, this is a huge advantage and this is something that is not intended. So, like, how do they gonna move forward towards it? Are they giving everybody like a Kyurem as well, like Kyurem Black and Kyurem White through like research or something like this? But at the end of the day, they're most likely not going to do that, because that's usually something that they would really hype up and like release for something like a Go Fest or something like this. So I think they really cut themselves with that, because it is really, really bad for them, like financially maybe even, for them to release it like this. So I'm curious on how this is going to be. We're going to take a look real quick before we take a look at the gameplay on like the Pokemon themselves. We're going to take a look at Kyurem White here. Kyurem White is going to go up to 5,206 CP, which is, I think, by far the highest CP that's currently available. I think not by far, but like from like the Pokemon that are usable in the Master League. I think like Regigigas and the Slacking are kind of close to it, but this Pokemon actually has some decent moves as well. We're going to see here as well high attack stat, going to be very relevant for the people that want to raid as well. But moves that we're gonna go down here, we have Dragon Breath, Steel Wing, which got buffed, but Dragon Breath going to be, of course, the way to go for you. We have Dragon Pulse, which is a pretty crappy Dragon-type move, but I guess it's kind of balanced here. We're going to have Blizzard, we're going to have Ancient Power, and we're going to have Focus Blast. So you're going to have some coverage move there for sure, with Focus Blast as well as Ancient Power, which is kind of cool. I guess Ancient Power is something that you always kind of want to run with this Pokemon, because it's going to be the cheapest move you can get to. And then you can decide, do you want to go for Blizzard, which is a harder hitting move, a little bit better damage per energy, or Dragon Pulse, or even Focus Blast for coverage for Steel-type Pokemon, which might be decent as an Ice and Dragon-type Pokemon. Kyurem Black actually has an interesting moveset as well, a different one compared to Kyurem White, so we're going to take a look at this one as well. We have the exact same stats here for both Pokemon, which is kind of interesting. But if we take a look at the moveset, we're going to have, instead of Dragon Breath, we're going to have Dragon Tail, which is kind of similar. And we have Shadow Claw, and I feel like Shadow Claw is actually the better move to go for here, even though Dragon Tail going to definitely do a ton of damage with the amount of attack that you have. It is stab, so like there's no right and wrong for the fast move of this Pokemon, but I feel like Shadow Claw gives you a little bit more coverage. And then if we take a look at the moveset, honestly, I feel like Iron Head looks so great on it. Like if I would run this Pokemon, most likely would run Shadow Claw plus Iron Head. Because with that, you're most likely going to be able to beat even Fairy-type Pokemon, which would usually be the best answer for this thing, because you're going to be able to just do neutral damage, which is still hard-hitting with the attacks that they have here with the Shadow Claw, and you do super effective damage with the Iron Head. Iron Head is also your cheapest move, and then you can still go for Outrage as like your Stab-type move for the Dragon typing, which I feel like would be the best way to go for this Pokemon. In the gameplay, as far as I know, they didn't use it, but interesting there enough. But let's take a look here now at the Pokemon themselves. Here we're going to see 2 different options, basically 2 different fast moves. We're going to have Dragon Tail or Shadow Claw on the Kyurem Black. They don't want to run your Iron Head here as well. I think Iron Head is not really as good in calculations, but I think it's going to be better when you actually play it. And then you have Kyurem White, who I actually preferred for whatever reason a Steel Ring currently. When I tried it out, might be a little bit of a bug. But Kyurem White with Dragon Breath and Ancient Power and Dragon Pulse. We're going to take a look at this one here real quick on the right side. Like, Kyurem White looks way better than Kyurem Black in general. I mean, both of them look amazing. Also with the stats, it is not really surprising. But as you're going to see here as well, Kyurem Black going to be able to chunk out a lot of Pokemon just with the Dragon Tail damage, and Kyurem White is just going to be even a little bit crazier with also Ancient Power, I think, going to benefit a little bit more. If we take a look here at the direct comparison for the meta, we're going to see here Kyurem Black with Shadow Claw going to get only a 490 average rating, which I thought was kind of interesting. But I think if you go like maybe higher up, I don't know, like higher up, it's actually going to get worse. I think like Zero Shield might be the way to go for this Pokemon. Yeah, 575 is definitely looking a little bit better. Here with Shadow Claw, you can also go for Dragon Tail, which actually in the one-shot scenario is a little bit worse. But if we take a look at Kyurem White as well, not with Steel Wing, but with Dragon Breath, we're going to see that this Pokemon has a way higher win rate, which is just mad, just because Dragon Breath is a little bit better than Dragon Tail. And this Pokemon definitely would be even more broken than the Kyurem Black, so for them also, which would be kind of awkward for them to release like this, is that they're not going to be able to change the moveset anymore. Basically, as soon as a Pokemon is released in the game, they cannot really get rid of certain moves anymore. So unless they're going to get rid of everybody who got this Pokemon, like, of course, of the Pokemon that they got rid of, not of the people themselves. But if they're gonna get rid of the Pokemon that they received, then they might still be able to do this. But currently, Kyurem White looks crazy. So let's take a look a little bit at the gameplay here that was shown. Again, like linked, going to be down in the description. Definitely check them out as well. And here we're going to see what they're going to run as well. They're going to have the what's called the Ho-Oh here, so it can do some reaction. I haven't actually looked at the battles themselves. They're running the Dialga most likely as their Say Swap. And in the back, the Kyurem Black, which is definitely a smart decision here, because you're going to have basically like the OG line of the Ho-Oh Double Dragon, which does make a lot of sense. And as you're going to see as well, they're going to still, I think I saw them speeding up a little bit later on, like in terms of the matchups here. I think it's also a little bit sped up. I don't know. I actually don't know. I think this is just normal speed currently. But we're going to see here, okay, they're actually going to use the Kyurem Black as a Say Swap. They're running Dragon Tail, which again, I don't really think is the best option, and Stone Edge as well as Outrage. Again, like, I would most likely go for Shadow Claw plus Iron Head if I would run this Pokemon, but of course I don't have it. But we see already how much, like, honestly, the damage output of this thing is just insane. Now they're just going to have a Kyogre in the back, and as you're going to see as well, the Kyurem is just chunking away. It is absolutely wild. I can actually make this a little bit bigger here for you. So, like, this is going to showcase already how strong this Pokemon is going to be. You're going to see the Stone Edge coming through. They're going to let this move go through as well. I'm not sure if this is friendly battles or if this is actually Master League battles, but definitely interesting to see. Maybe it's banned in Master League, who knows, because at least I haven't seen like Pokemoners reporting about it. You're going to see against, like, this is a Groudon, and like the damage output is just insane. I feel like in the two-shield scenario with Dragon Tail, you might be even better off, because you just chunk away so much health from the opponent. You're going to have an interesting matchup, I think, now, where the Lugia has basically now like needs one more fast move to get to the Sky Attack. This matchup is a little bit more awkward, but you should be able to actually, so like, depends. Like, sometimes you can actually win this matchup as a Lugia, but I feel like here, maybe not that crazy play. We see if they can still survive it. They cannot. But we're gonna see again the Kyurem coming back in. We're gonna see the Stone Edge most likely coming out as well soon. I think Stone Edge and Outrage have the same energy as Outrage a little bit more. I'm not sure about it, actually. I think Outrage maybe. It looks kind of like the same here. But we see the Dragon Tail is just chunking away. It is absolutely mad how much damage this Pokemon is doing here. We will see that they can just farm them all the way down. It is mad. Maybe Dragon Tail is the way to go then. Like, never mind. Like, maybe I changed my opinion about this one as well now. Because, like, honestly, it looks so great. I wish that this Pokemon actually would be released. But here, look, Iron Head would have been nice. Okay, now they're going to speed it up a little bit, which I appreciate as well. It's not that much gameplay anyway, so this is going to be hopefully fine, but this is just looking wild. I mean, reaction content is on YouTube, like, currently everywhere, so hope that's okay. Like, it's not something that you see a lot of times in the Pokemon Go community, but I feel like there's also not a lot of opportunity for it. I feel like this was kind of a decent way because I kind of wanted to talk about the whole thing around it anyway. So at least we were able to take a look a little bit at some damage on like some gameplay here for this Pokemon. We see but also how squishy this Pokemon actually is. Dragon Breath from the Giratina does basically as much damage as the Dragon Tail from yourself, which is kind of wild because you have like 1400 more CP than the opponent, which is mad, so Dragon Claw is gonna get shielded here as well. It's not going to be the best matchup for you. I think you're actually going to lose a matchup against Dragon Breath Giratina, which is mad. So you're going to be forced to swap out now into your Zacian. Zacian is going to be able to definitely take any move here. Maybe they're running, okay, they're running Shadow Sneak. They're not running the special signature move that's kind of horrific. But here we're gonna see the Kyogre not going to appreciate the Wild Charge for sure from the Zacian. This is going to do a ton of damage, and yeah. Hopefully we're gonna see some more gameplay from the Kyurem after this. Going to shield up the Surf. They can just go for another Wild Charge here as well, which is gonna get shielded. But Kyurem is still healthy in the back there, kinda healthy, not really that healthy to be fair. But you're not gonna get to another move, they can farm you down. I would go into the Xerneas here if I was you, just soak up the energy, and then, okay, or just go into the Kyurem and soak up the Surf here. This must be friendlies, I think they would have thrown already, it must be friendlies here, I think. So maybe it is actually banned for Go Battle League? I don't know. I haven't seen anything towards it though. Like maybe it's banned, maybe it's not banned. I haven't seen any post towards it. I cannot, of course, check it myself because I don't have a Kyurem Black or Kyurem White. But there's going to be basically it already for this battle. I don't think they're gonna show it anymore. And so it's going to be also it for this video. Again, like the link to the video is in the description as well. Check it out for sure if you're interested. And I hope you enjoyed this small reaction towards what is happening currently with the Kyurem update or issue. So this is going to be it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.